Going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Got some news out of Memphis, Tennessee. Shout out Memphis. And this one right here, this story right here is a mess. See this guy right here? We're going to jump right into it. See this guy right here? He's 24 years old. Guy's name is Carrion Dates, D-A-T-E-S. 23-year-old guy, right? This guy killed his grandmother, Sonia Dates, may she rest in peace, not pictured, 58 years old, his own grandma, with a hammer. And what he did after it is something we've seen a lot. And this goes back to the old thing I be talking about. Giving people first, second, and third chances when they're home wreckers. And when I say home wreckers, I'm not talking about a situation between two loved ones like a male and a female. Just people that come into a home and try to take it over. A young man in the house living at home, whether it's with the mom, the dad, the parents, the grandmom, is still a man. And they got to find their own way a lot of times. Now, all situations are different. But a lot of times you see this cookie cutter type of way that these people are, where they bounce from house to house because they got poor attitudes and bad intentions. And a lot of times it's fatal. Like this story right here. Check it out. This is when you got to see to believe.
See you in a few, Tyler. Well, we have new information tonight about a woman killed in a deadly attack at an East Memphis home. 23-year-old Carrion Dates is accused of killing his own grandmother. WREG's Raven Copeland joins us now. And Raven, police say he actually admitted to the crime when he was pulled over in Jackson, Tennessee.
Yeah, that's right, Stephanie. There was a be on the lookout alert, also known as a BOLO, for the victim's stolen Camaro. Now, when police located that car and they asked the suspect why he was being pulled over, they say he told them, quote, "I hit Sonia in the head with a hammer and I think I killed her."
Police say an unimaginable crime unfolded at a home in the 1800 block of South Perkins Road. Carrion Dates is accused of attacking his grandmother and beating her to death with a hammer. The victim has been identified as 58-year-old Sonia Dates.
I'm a grandmother myself, and I just can't imagine somebody doing that to somebody. I can't imagine doing that to a complete stranger. Oh, that's horrible. Well, I hope he gets what he's deserved. Yeah, and they've caught him.
After the deadly beating, police say the victim's grandson stole her 2020 Chevrolet Camaro and drove nearly 2 hours away to Jackson, Tennessee. When law enforcement spotted the stolen car and pulled over the suspect, they say he made a chilling confession.
I think that's atrocious, and it speaks to what may really be going on. Like, you got to wonder what was going on inside of his head for him to harm his grandmother. Like, it's your grandmother. So what was done that was so bad that you had to beat her to death?
Investigators say the suspect's mother told them that her son was living with his grandmother. However, they had recent altercations. The woman also told police that the victim kicked her grandson out of her house for safety reasons.
And that's so sad. So very sad. People are very sick and sad, and they get very desperate at times.
As the investigation continues, the motive in this unthinkable crime remains unclear.
Dates was extradited from Jackson, and he's currently booked in 201 Poplar. He's charged with property theft and first-degree murder. His bond has not been set yet, but he is expected in court Monday morning. Reporting live from 201 Poplar for your news leader, Raven Copeland, WREG News Channel 3.
Absolutely trifling. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I want you to think. Nobody wants to see a loved one in the street. But what do you do when the streets is in your loved one and you bring him in your house? This guy right here got 100% takeover spirit. He's a man boy. Childish. Temper tantrum. Said he got mad. Grandmom threw him out the house recently. What'd he do? Come back, kill her with a hammer, which is brutal in itself, and then steal her 2020 Chevy Camaro and just zoom to another part of Tennessee. Always a plan A with no damn plan B. And it's disgraceful. You killed your grandmother in one of the most horrific ways imaginable by beating her head in. I'm more than sure that one blow wasn't enough. You understand what I'm saying? Your grandmother, your mother's mother. Because the mom was talking and said, oh, he was living with his grandma. I don't know what the deal was with that, but a lot of times, mom can't do nothing with him. He might respect grandma because grandma live a short distance away and don't see this stuff. And he go over there and then they get the real. And this time, grandma really got it, which is unfortunate. Woman, 58 years old. She done raised her kids. And here she is, you 24 years old, 23 years old. You know what I mean? Should be mapping out your life and going somewhere. But instead, you go over there and act the fool in somebody else's shit. That's why you got to let young men make their own way. You do. There are a lot of people out here that refuse to flap their wings or leave a nest. Why? Because the door is always open. Either that door or the nest right next to it that belongs to a family member. This type of dude right here is the type of dude you see when they're young that get attitudes and nobody check them on it. Don't know how to resolve conflict. Get mad. One of them kids that used to do like this. Ooh, you making me mad. And you be like, you better not hit me. You know better, but you don't resolve that and break that out of him. And then they turn on you like the rabid beasts that they are. Look at this dude's face, man. Look how he look. Guy, look. He looked like something wrong with him. You know what I'm saying? They always got that look. He, in his face, as big as he is, he looks like a child with a mustache. He does. I'm looking at him up here right now. Charged with first-degree murder of a family member. Make it make sense. You can't. Telling you. People ain't what they used to be. This generation coming up now feel like they entitled to everything while not giving anything. He stole her car. You brutalized your grandmom and then stole her car like you was privileged to it. Spoils of war. And she wasn't even a real damn enemy. That's why I talk the way I talk, man. It's things out here that go beyond normal rational thought. And it ain't no excuse for that. I never thought about picking up a hammer and killing my grandma. Have any of y'all? Seriously. And if you did have them type of feelings, we knew better and we distanced ourselves. That woman opened the doors for you. You fucked it up and got put out. Whose fault is that? Now you come back with vitriol. I'm going to tell you something. I ain't gonna say no names. Reason why I'm talking about this story right here got me a little upset. There was a neighbor on my block, right? When I was younger. And she had a son that was 30 years old. He kept going back and forth to jail, right? So she told him he couldn't come back to the house. This dude gets out of jail. Like he went in prison, he went to jail. Got out of jail, and he got out of jail for stealing out of her house. He comes home and took some rocks and was breaking every window in her house while she was in the house calling the police. Calling her all kind of B's and everything. You won't let me in my house? You want this? You want that? Ain't never paid no bill. Ain't never did none of that. But everything's entitled to him. And he's cussing his mom out like she's not even a family member or the woman that bore him because he's having a hissy fit on the front yard and trying to show off like he's dominant. But he's not getting any type of respect or the respect he feels he deserves that this woman should open the doors after he went to jail and she locked him up for stealing from her in the first place. Go figure. This is the world we live in now. I told you, there are people that don't contribute nothing and expect everything. There are some people you can't shame. There are also people that feel as though, you know, everything you have belongs to them or they're entitled to it. And if you don't give it to them, they'll throw a tantrum and you can wind up being the one 6 feet deep. I seen this a long time ago, multiple times. It never happened to me. You know what I'm saying? How about you? I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. May Sonya Dates rest in peace. And this guy right here be showing the flowers. 23 years old and he does this. Disgusting. See you in the next video. Take care.